Thank you for staying with India Today. I'm Suesha Samant, and a chilling rise in self-harm among children that has sparked a nationwide debate, with the Ghaziabad triple suicide sending shockwaves across the country. Childhood today is no longer, unfortunately, defined by playgrounds and playtime, but by phone screen, quietly reshaping how children learn, engage, and cope. Concerns growing over unchecked digital exposure, a larger question looms: who is accountable for what a child consumes? Teachers speaking to us point the finger at parental neglect, warning that a lack of attention at home is pushing children deeper into isolation. Here's that ground report.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. That's a phrase we have known for ages. Today, standing among these very students, that phrase plays louder than ever before. Why? Because we are standing at a threshold when these very students are dealing with what we know as social media. Yes, this very device on my hands right now, this is what they're dealing with on a daily basis. They're being fed information on a daily basis because they have it at the access of their fingertips at all the times. There is one question that arises. What are the children consuming online today, and where is it that we can draw that very line to keep a check on how they are dealing with social media on a daily basis? Today we are tracking that very story on India Today. We'll be bringing to you the perspectives of the students, the parents and the teachers, all three stakeholders in this very story. Let's take a look. So we've gotten in touch with some students here. Let's try and understand how is it that they use social media on a daily basis. Hello and welcome to India Today. Firstly, tell me, how is it that you all use social media on a daily basis?
We don't use social media on a daily basis, but rather we use it for basic communication with each other because our exams are happening and we have a tight schedule right now. So we basically don't use it that much, but yeah, we try to keep in touch with each other using social media.
What is the kind of content it is that you usually end up consuming online? Is it more gaming based, or would you say you like watching movies more? What is it that interests you and draws you to the internet?
Gaming is the thing which draws me to internet the most.
Well, so this bunch of students definitely have to say that they're not using social media that much, but of course their exams are also on, so that is how they use it. It's usually gaming that's what they use it for. But let's hear some other voices. Both of you have mobile phones?
Yeah, not during exams, but yes.
You do have your own device.
Yeah.
So what is it that you use your device for?
Only for calling. And
Only
talking to my
calling?
friends. Yeah.
Where do you talk to your friends?
Like not in the school, like at home for some work and for taking some work.
No, but which platform do you use?
WhatsApp?
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And do you have any other accounts, social media?
No, like I only use WhatsApp and sometimes Google for studies and all. I don't frequently call my friends in WhatsApp, and no, I don't use Instagram or anything else.
Okay. But tell me, how is it that you use the internet otherwise? What is it that you access on the internet?
Watching some series, like just for entertainment.
Just for series.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, like watching series and for some videos which are entertaining for me.
Now we'll be asking parents about how are they dealing with this social media menace on a daily basis. Social media अभी काफ़ी हद तक हम देख रहे हैं उसका एक नेगेटिव असर भी पड़ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स पर. आपके बच्चों को आप डेली कितना टाइम डिवाइस के साथ छोड़ते हैं और मॉनिटरिंग करने के लिए कि वो क्या कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं सोशल मीडिया पे, उसका आप कैसे ख्याल रखते हैं?
मैम एक्चुअली क्या है कि मैं अपने बच्चों को सोशल मीडिया से बहुत दूर रखती हूँ बिकॉज क्योंकि मैं खुद देखती हूँ तो काफ़ी गलत चीज़ें उस पर दिखाई जाती है.
प्रॉब्लम ये है ऑनलाइन क्लासेस जो होती हैं ना, हम लोग तो बच्चों को बिठाते हैं कि ऑनलाइन क्लासेस होती हैं, तो बच्चे उससे क्या होते हैं वो गैजेट्स होते हैं उनसे और डेवलप करते हैं कि नहीं हमें ये देखना है ये देखना है. तो मुझे ये लगता है स्कूल वालों को थोड़ा ऑनलाइन क्लासेस पे कम फोकस करें.
डिजिटली हम बच्चों को दूर नहीं रख सकते हैं, बट डेफिनेटली हमें बच्चों के ऊपर एक टैब रखना है, एक मॉनिटरिंग रखनी है. वी कैन नॉट लीव देम ऑल अलोन. जो ऐसे हाँ जैसे चाइल्ड लॉक्स होते हैं, बहुत सी सोशल मीडिया ऐप्स होती हैं, उस पर हमें लगा के रखना चाहिए.
Do you think that they actually work, these child lock?
Sometimes they work, but monitoring is also very important at the same time.
So, well, viewers, that is what the parents have to say at this point of time. That gadgets is something which becomes very important in today's time, but at the same, so which is why they can't keep them off that. But it's the future that we are speaking of. That is at stake. How much of the gadgets can they be using at this point of time? That is the question that we are asking today. So we've heard the students, we've heard the parents as to how they are dealing with things on either sides, but we will also take a look at how and what do the teachers have to say in terms of how are they dealing with the presence of social media in the lives of these young minds. So my first question to you would be, over the years, how have you seen social media shape these students' lives, and also what role is it playing in their lives? Because I spoke to students and they have to say they aren't on it all the time. Then where is it filling the gap for them? Where is it that they are getting entertained by social media, where they have started distancing themselves from people and rely more on that medium instead?
I think it is a double-edged sword. It started with a lot of positives. There was an educational angle to it, information, connection, communication. But I think now it is becoming almost like a mirage, in the sense that, they cannot sort of divide between what is reality and what is make-believe. Plus, we also have instances of cyberbullying, because they feel they are hidden behind, a screen, and they are not really visible. So these are issues that we are dealing with. And I have seen even the best of the children falter.
We see influencer culture growing now, so everybody feels that need to be heard. And a lot of students I've seen oftentimes end up saying that we're not being seen, we don't feel heard. So to go that extra mile, they end up engaging in activities which might not be the wisest of ideas, especially probably not at their age.
They all want to be there, and they want to, be in sync with the rest of their friends. So it is not just an isolated student who is, getting influenced. All of them are getting influenced, and to an extent that, it has been normalized now. And anybody who shies away from social media or is not very active is actually seen as somebody, who's missing out. That FOMO is there.
Ma'am, I want to understand from you, how is it that social media should be used by these students, and what are you doing to guide them into the process so that they don't be exploited by that very platform today?
It's, not possible to remove the presence of social media from their lives. It's not about the presence of social media, it is about how appropriately the children are using them. So as teachers, it becomes our responsibility as well, to do our bit to ensure that children are on the right lines. So in regular, classes, we often tend to talk to them, engage them in conversations, reach out to them. So if we are open with our children beyond our regular textual lessons, if we can just talk to them about these areas, it does them a lot of good.
What is it that you think, or rather, how is it that you think social media is impacting the children, the youth of today?
I think first of all, the parents are not monitoring their own screen time. When I've seen so many kids coming and complaining it to me, ma'am, whenever we go, reach out to our parents, they are busy with their own work, either laptop or something else. So we feel very isolated. Kids, after feeling very disheartened कि नहीं parents सुन रहे हैं, तो वो then they look for answers on social media. And how they are selling all these issues on social media, इतना exaggerate करके, because nobody is aware of realities. Originality, realities, कोई check नहीं है किसी भी चीज़ का. और जो भी बच्चा social media पे देखते हैं उसको लगता है these are facts, and they start to believe it.
So from toys, it's now come to touch screens. From outdoor activities, we see they are hooked on their phones. Yes, we're speaking of students, and we are in a classroom where maximum part of their cognitive development years are spent. Now, students, when we spoke to them, they have to say that they are not using social media that much. They just use it to stay in touch with people and, in general, the world. But the parents and the teachers have a very different story to share. What seems to have creeped into the journey of those students in their early developing years is a constant need of instant gratification. And that is what has indeed become worrisome. And that was the very journey and the contrast in perspectives that we were trying to bring to you in this very report on our channel. And with the video journalist Anil Kumar Jaiswal, this is Shriya Kundu for India Today.
And hoping that was beneficial. On that note, slipping into a very short commercial break, we'll be back on the other side with the very latest. Do stay